My beloved child, hear this. Heaven has turned toward you in this very hour. The gaze of the Most High rests on you, and a voice rolls across the quiet places of your life, like thunder hidden inside a whisper. God says, do not look away. This is not the moment to drift. Let your heartbeat become an ear. Listen with the rhythm of your own breath, for I am speaking. 35 minutes remain in this holy appointment, and within them something larger than what you've dared to imagine is already unfolding. Hold your ground. Stay where you are. Do not blink. The turning has begun, and your spirit has been singled out to hear what follows. The plans of people can vanish behind curtains, but nothing hides from the eyes that made the stars. A dark swell was gathering against your tomorrow, a sorrow practicing your name in secret. Yet heaven stepped ahead of it, calling you here for warning, for rescue, for redemption. That is why you are watching. Destiny has set your ears open and your eyes awake. Do not swipe past this. Do not ration your attention. This very second is the bridge stretched between sadness and song, between fear and deliverance. Beloved, when heaven says emergency, it also means the wait is over. Messengers already stand like sentries at the corners of your home, blocking the shadow that tried to trespass into your space. God is near, and He is saying, weep no more, but do not ignore. If you let this slip pass like water through open fingers, the regret would be a weight too heavy to lift. Therefore, He says, open your heart now. Remain to the end. The end carries the key that breaks what was forming before it can ever touch you. Child of light, what you are about to witness is not ordinary. It is a transaction in the unseen, a holy exchange. For every tear someone meant to draw from you, God is preparing laughter. For every wound your name was supposed to wear, He is writing healing in your story. You will watch the storm assigned to drown you rise up beneath you like a stair. But you must remain. Hold fast. The revelation is just ahead. This is the turning point. The tragedy was close, but your miracle is closer. Heaven has intervened. You were pulled from here because your future is too precious to be squandered, and your story too powerful to be stolen. Beloved, hear His kindness. God is reaching for you with fire in His voice and mercy in His hands. The nearness of heaven presses in, and the sound of His word rises like a wave inside your spirit. He says, this moment is set apart. This second is chosen. Do not let it pass unreceived. The clock is ticking, and every breath you draw carries the weight of a miracle waiting to be born. Do not look away. Do not dilute this. In the stillness of these words is the answer you have waited for. The scheme that tried to come near you has already been seen. What was plotted in whispers now lies open in the light. That is why urgency tingles in your chest and your pulse quickens, because heaven is calling your name louder than the shadows ever could. Every hidden pattern stitched against your peace is being cut loose right now. And God says, stay to the end, for your tears are being rewritten into testimonies. Child of destiny, this is not coincidence. You did not stumble into this doorway. You were led. Your name was written in the margin of this moment, and this message stands like a shield between you and the grief that waited. Remain here. In these words is the bridge out of pain into promise. Therefore God says, do not ignore. Do not delay. Wake up, beloved. Angels rush like flame across your path, striking out the script of sorrow and stamping a decree of favor. Time feels short, but heaven moves swiftly. Every stone meant to crush you will become the foundation of your rise. Every tear that almost fell will be the proof that His goodness threaded your story after all. Stay, for what draws near will leave you speechless. The voice of heaven has not thinned. It grows fuller with every heartbeat. God leans close, whispering truths that cannot be argued with. He says, "Be still. Do not run. What I reveal now will outshine what has been hidden from you." The next few lines carry power enough to lift the heaviness wrapped around your tomorrow. Remain. Read to the last breath of this message. Your key lies there, waiting. Every unseen tear has been noticed. Every sleepless watch, every silent prayer, every hour you carried a weight no one else could see has been recorded in the libraries of heaven. And God says, enough. The tragedy trying to write itself across your pages is being erased by my hand. What was plotted behind closed doors, I am exposing in open day. Doors that once resisted, you are turning on their hinges at the sound of angelic feet. Do not look away now. Your life is about to slip into a chapter that hushes every doubt. Listen, child of promise. In rooms you cannot enter, the battle has already been fought for you. The fierce ones with blades like fire have cut down every shadow that would crowd out your blessing. That is why you are still standing. That is why breath still fills your lungs. Because heaven refused to let your destiny be buried alive. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. God Himself says, I am lifting you to a place no hand can pull you down from. Stay, for what I am about to unveil will change you. What you thought was tragedy will become testimony. The pain that tried to claim you will certify that you were chosen all along. The pieces of tomorrow are being arranged so favor can find you quicker than sorrow. Do not let go of this moment. A breakthrough bearing your name is being prepared even now. You will know it when it arrives. You will say everything turned here. 30 minutes remain and heaven is still speaking. Your spirit has been chosen to hear what few are invited to hear. God says you will not drown in the storm others planned for you. I am turning the water in your favor. The air around you may feel heavy. Silence may feel long, but behind that quiet is a flurry of holy work. You are being ushered through a hidden door. The path opening beneath your feet will surprise even you. Stay, remain, do not drift. The treasure of this moment does not sit at the entrance. It waits in the closing lines. Remember this, destiny whispers before it roars. You are hearing the whisper now, and what follows will drown out every fear. God saw the trap set in your tomorrow. He shattered it before your foot could fall inside. So hear Him, do not fear, do not ignore. What looked like an ending is becoming your beginning. You will look back and say, here, this is where my story was saved. Child of light, those unseen forces that tried to braid you in gloom are already bowing. Every plan arranged against you has been intercepted. The fire of God circles your name, guarding what is yours and sealing what is meant for you. That is why you are here, not by accident, but by appointment. Heaven is not careless. This message isn't random. It is a lifeline thrown straight to you. Do not scroll away, do not wander. Stay through the final breath of this word, for the crown prepared for you sits closer than you think. The tears you thought tomorrow would demand from you will not fall. God has gathered them and exchanged them for joy. The tragedy that tried to breathe on your doorstep stands powerless because heaven has said, "My chosen will not be defeated." This is your turn. This is your rescue. This is the second where the old breaks and the new begins. Hold steady. What comes next will make it plain that you were never alone. Beloved, heaven leans closer still, and God stretches his voice across the unseen to reach you. He says, "Remain, hold your ground. What is about to unfold will alter the course of your tomorrow." This is a sacred appointment. The reason you are here now is because destiny penciled your name into this exact square of time. Do not rush it. Do not glance away. Stay locked in, for your miracle is near. God is hidden in these sentences. You have carried weight across your shoulders, questions no one else could answer, pain no one else could diagnose. But heaven has seen, God has counted every hidden sigh and says no more. The script of disaster has been overturned in the high courts. The sentence against you is torn to ribbons, and a decree of blessing now speaks in its place. That pull you feel, that urgency is real because you stand at the lip of divine reversal. The enemy expected you to snap under pressure. Instead, you will rise stronger. The angels have not left. They circle you now, voiding contracts of grief and binding you to joy. God says this battle is not yours, it is mine. And in his hands no storm survives, no tragedy lasts, no sorrow wins. Remain here, the unveiling has barely begun. What comes next will quiet every doubting voice and shame every shadow that mocked you. Your story is not closing in tears, it is opening in triumph. What seemed like loss will turn to gain. What seemed broken will be rebuilt with beauty. Heaven does not ask you to fight alone. Heaven surrounds you with light and favor. That is why you must stay to the end, because the release you have prayed for waits there, like a door you only need to push. Beloved child, let this truth settle. When God says urgent, he also says rescue. When he warns, he also redeems. Right now, he is redeeming your story. The tragedy is fractured, your testimony is being written. Stay rooted, do not look away. This is your hour, and heaven is calling your name with love. The hush is breaking, the very air around you is charged, the unseen shifting, wings passing through your atmosphere. You may not hear with your ears, but your soul knows, your spirit feels it. Something larger than language is taking shape right now. That is why you cannot skip. That is why you cannot scroll past this window. Sorrow sent against you has been intercepted. The dark thread that tried to wrap your path has been pulled back by the hand of God. He has stood in the storm center and decreed, "Not this one, not my child." At that decree, the chains meant for your future cracked like thin ice. This is why your story did not end in silence, because the author has chosen to revise the page. Remember, when the adversary plants tragedy, God plants triumph. When darkness whispers loss, heaven answers with victory. The fire tried to consume you, instead it refined you. The waves tried to swallow you, instead they lifted you higher. Do not walk away, the unfolding is in motion. You have been marked for something extraordinary. That is why the weight pressed in, why the silence stretched, why shadows crept near. But heaven did not let you be consumed. Angels hold their stations around you, sealing the cracks and closing doors sorrow tried to slip through, while opening gates that swing only toward joy. The grief you feared is not your portion. The tears you were certain of will not arrive. Laughter is moving toward your nights, and peace is returning like a river to your soul. This is the season of covering, of shielding, of lifting. Do not let go. The final stroke of his kindness enters view, and it will leave you in awe. Stay through the ending. Heaven kept its brightest revelation for the last lines. 25 minutes remain. Heaven still speaks. The weight of these words is not ordinary. God says, hold your spirit over open. What is coming now carries the secret of your release. Each second you remain, chains loosen, doors open, sorrow loses its grip. Do not let your attention scatter. This is the hour when your life tilts into newness. The battle that hunted you was fierce, but not fiercer than his love. God walked into the storm before it touched your door. He silenced the voices that prophesied your failure. He erased the handwriting of tragedy before the ink could dry. That is why you are hearing this. Heaven refused to let you walk blind into sorrow. Your cry was heard. The answer is unfolding as you remain. What felt like loss will prove preparation. God says, I will not waste your tears or your waiting. What was stolen returns multiplied. Do not turn away. Truth is still landing, and the best part of your miracle draws near. Angels stand over your home, your road, your tomorrow. Their swords are drawn. Their light is bright. No shadow crosses their circle. The wave forming against you has been swallowed by heaven's word. What remains for you is not heaviness, but freedom. Soon you will see it. You will stand and say, this is the day heaven rescued me. God's promise over you is steady. He calls you chosen, guarded, victorious. That urgency you feel belongs to a story shifting in the unseen. Stay here. The final revelation sits closer than your breath, and when it arrives, nothing in you will be the same. Heaven has not stopped calling your name. The echo of God's voice pours into this moment. Remain. Do not leave yet. The crown of this revelation has not been set. You stand in the middle of a holy unfolding. What was hidden in shadow is meeting the light. Each second you stay, another wall crumbles, another lock clicks, another gate swings open. You have walked through storms no one else saw, carried weights no one else recognized, and yet you did not fall. Why? Because a hand you could not see held you. God has been your shield, and those tears you thought were wasted became seeds in his palms. Now they burst open into a harvest of joy. This is not accident. You are here because you are chosen. Tragedy does not have authority over you. Heaven has already stripped it of its claim. God says, I have overturned the verdict. I have canceled the plan. I have spoken life where death tried to whisper. You were pulled into this moment to be made safe before tomorrow began. Do not underestimate this hour. Here is where destiny shifts. Here is where hope begins to roar. The messengers are not idle. They move like wind across your path, writing your name in light, marking your threshold with protection, surrounding your future with favor. You are not unseen. Even when you felt invisible, heaven watched over you. Now the time of revealing has come. You will not cry the tears you feared. You will not walk into the darkness designed for you. You will rise. and your rising will leave the old shadows speechless. Beloved, hear him. Stay close. Hold steady. Do not let go. I will give you beauty for ashes, joy for mourning, strength for weakness, peace for every restless night. Very soon you will look back and know, this moment is where heaven rewrote your path. 20 minutes remain. God has more to give. Stay, he says, for this is the hour I place my seal upon your destiny. The air itself feels heavy with change. The unseen shifts, and you step into a chapter beyond what you imagined. Do not drift. Do not move. Every second you remain draws you closer to long-kept promises breaking open. The storm that threatened you has gone quiet. What looked like tragedy was a shadow only, an imitation of defeat erased by his light. God's hand has pressed back the dark, and illumination is pouring into the rooms that once felt empty. That urgency inside you tells the truth. What is opening now will transform tomorrow completely. Tears pre-written for you have been traded for laughter. A heaviness that camped on your chest is lifted by unseen hands. For years you wondered why battles came, why pressure lingered, why doors felt bolted. Today heaven reveals. You were preserved, not punished, hidden, not forgotten, kept for an appointed time. And beloved, that time has arrived. God says, I am drawing you from hiding. I am lifting you to a place no hand can pull you down from. Stay. Your unveiling is nearer than breath. Look deeper now. Can you sense the shift? Angels stand like pillars of fire around you, and walls sorrow cannot reach rise in a circle. Every curse reverses. Every plot scatters. Every whisper of loss is hushed. Heaven builds a fortress around your future. Inside, peace and joy flow like a river. You will not collapse beneath the weight you once carried. You will not be who you were yesterday. This is a birth. I will turn midnight into morning, God says. I will turn weakness to strength and silence to song. When the revelation fills out its shape, you will know this was not just another message. It was a doorway flung wide. 15 minutes remain. Heaven keeps turning pages. Each sentence you receive is soaked with purpose. God says, do not move. Do not skip past this. The treasure is still hidden in these final lines. You stand in the center of a conversation between time and eternity. Each moment you remain is one more step into your miracle. This is not chance. This is design. Listen with your spirit. The weight you carried was never meant to break you. It positioned you. In the quiet hours, the Father arranged doors no one else could see. That is why you felt resistance. That is why the wind blew hard. Because the closer you came to this hour, the more the shadows tried to distract you. They failed. God says, my child is still standing. Now I will lift them. The wave that was forming has overturned. Heaven did not merely sound an alarm. Heaven stepped in. What tried to you are not walking toward sorrow. You are walking toward promise. Not toward tears, but toward laughter. The messengers have gone ahead, sweeping the path and planting peace where thorns try to grow. Remain. The last lines carry the greatest weight. You will soon know why your heart would not let you scroll away. Every question that sat unanswered. Every season of quiet. Every hidden bruise led here. God is not only protecting you, He is positioning you for abundance. The very places that felt broken will shine brightest. The tears that burned will be replaced with deep joy. Heaven's decree over you is clear. No more delay, no more theft of your days. This is your time. This is your shift. Do not release it. Do not let go. The end of this message resets your tomorrow. 10 minutes remain. The river of heaven still runs and God's voice still hums through your soul. He says, hold steady. You are standing at the edge of something too large for words. That pull you feel is real. That lean forward in your spirit is a sign. Do not hurry. Remain anchored. Each line carries you toward release. The threat that stood before you has been dismantled. It was near, but divine force outmatched it. I have blocked it, God says. I have removed it. I have replaced it. In the place where sorrow tried to pitch its tent, joy will build a house. Where tears were scheduled, laughter will spill over like a fountain. This is heaven's exchange, and it is yours. Do not misread the silence you once felt. In those hidden hours, God moved pieces you could not see, shielding you from roads you did not know were dangerous. I was with you in the shadow, he says. I was with you in the quiet. I was with you when you felt overlooked. Now he shows what he held back in secret, his hand around you, stronger than you knew. The unveiling is not finished. Stay. Heaven writes your story with gold ink. Every broken sentence is revised. The painful chapters are being edited by the author himself. Soon you will see. Your life will not be known for what tried to break you, but for what God built in those same places. Those who expected your fall will watch your elevation. Mouths that doubted you will name your victory. This is not imagination, this is decree. Your tomorrow is rescued. Your name shines in light. Your house is marked with protection. Disaster is not your portion, blessing is. Hold steady through these last turns. The grand reveal approaches, and you will say, this is where my life turned. 5 minutes remain. The jewel sits near the end. Stay, God says. Stay until the final breath. What I saved for last belongs to you. You have walked through seasons where shadows tried to mute your light, where grief tried to quiet your song, yet here you stand. Every battle you thought you lost was a rescue in disguise, pulling you away from traps you did not see. Your tears watered the soil of your future, and now the ground breaks open as a garden of joy. The script of your life is being rewritten in real time. Chapters of waiting close. Speed enters where delay lingered. Doors shut for years swing wide in a day. People who overlooked you will not be able to ignore the dawn on your life. This is not wishful thinking. It is a verdict sealed in your name. The simple truth is this: God has turned what was meant for pain into a platform for glory. The tears you feared have been traded for songs. You are not stoppable. Heaven's hand is on you. The end of this message carries a crown, the crown of your testimony, your deliverance, your new chapter. Heaven has shielded you, fought for you, chosen this moment to lift you higher. Now the crescendo rises. God says, do not turn away now. The last wave of revelation is moments from your spirit. With every second you remain, chains fall, gates open, weight lifts. This is not ordinary. This is the climax of your appointment. Let your heart take every word in. The sorrow that stalked your name is scattered. The voice that promised despair is mute. In its place, joy is planted like a living tree. I have hidden you to heal you, he says. I have covered you to crown you. Now I will reveal what I've prepared. You are not at the mercy of fate. You are a child of promise, and your story is secured in light. Every tear was caught, every cry was heard. He has turned cries into strength, broken places into thrones, closed doors into larger openings. Your waiting was not empty. The deepest wounds you carried will become the brightest windows of testimony. See it now. Angels ring your life like a fortress. Their blades flash. Their wings stretch. Nothing engineered against you can penetrate their circle. Heaven has set a crown above your name, and soon even your critics will witness its shine. Places that mocked you become ground for vindication. You will rise, beloved. and your rising will leave the earth in awe. Hear God's final promise over your night. I turn midnight to dawn, despair to dancing, silence to song. This is not the hour to fear. It is the hour of release. The old script is torn. The story is redeemed. Your tomorrow is sealed in victory. 1 minute remains. The heavens near their crescendo, and the voice of God rolls like waves across eternity into your chest. Do not leave, he says. The treasure sits in this last chamber. You have walked word by word, through weight and through quiet, and now you stand at the doorway of ultimate revelation. Breathe, receive. What I speak now is the truth. What I say now will mark you. The shadow has vanished. The secret tragedy is destroyed by holy fire. Where darkness tried to plant a seed, God poured light, and the light is rising in you like sunrise after long night. He declares, "This is the hour I crown you with joy. This is the hour I robe you with peace. This is the hour I release you into freedom. The story written against you is gone. A new chapter of glory begins. Understand, your life is no longer measured by what broke. Every painful night, every stained memory has been rewritten by the author. What was lost will be your platform, he says. What was shame will become strength. What was silence will become song. This is the power of your Creator, the power of His hand resting on you even now. Do not miss this. Let this final word seal your miracle. Look within, hear what heaven is doing. Your name is sung in the courts of glory, chosen, covered, unstoppable. The grief that circled your house is fled. The pressure that pressed on your tomorrow dissolves. You stand in light now, wrapped in favor, ringed by fire no shadow can pierce. This is not only rescue, it is rebirth. Hear the decree that closes this hour. You are mine. No darkness will claim you, no sorrow will own you, no tragedy will define you. From this moment forward, your name is written in victory. Your days are braided with joy. Your future is sealed in glory. Stay inside these words, wear them, let them saturate your spirit. For this is the hour you will never forget, the hour heaven called you by name, and your path bent toward light forever. And as the last of this appointment settles on you like warm rain, let your heart answer simply, Amen.